Second innings of this test match at the Adelaide Oval. God, we've got it all to do, haven't we? 200 odd to catch up on just to avoid losing by an innings. And of course, that would be the end of the Ashes, or at least the competitive Ashes. We're 2-0 down, and we need to win this test match to give us a chance of winning the Ashes. So first ball of this second innings, Mitchell Starc to bowl. And we've expected this because it happened in the first innings. They were pitching it full to us, and Mitchell Starc was a player that we just could not cope with. So we've got to try and defend these full balls. So 220 was the total that we trail by. First runs on the board for Ben Duckett. So that is better than the first innings. Not gone for a duck. Zach Crawley to face the third ball. Yes, thank you, Gower, for mentioning that subtle thing there. But Duckett, Crawley's off the mark as well. We'll take one from that bounce. So both of our openers off the mark. So no embarrassment of Ducks. But we're well past that. These two need to have a good opening partnership to give us half a chance in this test match.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Another bouncer. We'll take the runs happily there. We'll run at least two. And to be fair, considering we didn't hit that all that well, we will happily take two from those. Oh, didn't hit that one very well. Got that one all wrong, but to be fair, I think that's got to be surely too high to have any interest. I don't think the Aussies are going to appeal that one, so... Oh, they've appealed it. Yeah, I agree with that. I just think it's too high. Look at this. Oh, well, umpire's call is the impact. No, it's missing the wickets. Thought it was too high, so we're okay there. So panic over. I thought we might have lost a wicket. We played a few shots to some shorter balls, and maybe that might have been a bit foolish. We were looking for that gap between cover. There wasn't a point there, but they've moved that now, so that has took the tempter out. But let's just survive the last ball of this Mitchell Starc over. We have done so. No embarrassment to start off with. 4 for no loss after the first over. Thank God for that. Well, another short ball. We're going to play that away. And that one has... Oh, it has gone to the boundary. So that's the first 4 of the innings for Zach Crawley. We're going to look to attack in this innings. Not quite Bazball-esque, but I think that's the best way to do it. So, good start. God, that's really short. That is really short. Gonna got a couple off that. So a milestone of a 10 partnership. If you haven't watched any of these before, you might think, really, what's he going on about? But I think we were 6 for 4 in the last test match, so this is quite the achievement. So just a brief summary of where we are. We trailed by 210 runs in this test match. We got 92 in the first innings. Australia 312. Now, that actually is quite good from us because they were 241 for 3. Matt Potts did a good job to try and clear the tail enders early on. So we need another 210 just to make Australia bat again. Oh, that's in the air. But it's ran away, the bounce. We played it to the offside. Bit of a risk there, really. It was in the air. Oh, fortunately, it misses the slip cordon. Oh, that one's gone away. Past the slip cordon. That could be another boundary. It certainly is. So nice start to the over for Zach Crawley there. Quite an aggressive field to start off with. 3 slips and a gully for Pat Cummins. Hacked away. Beaten the slips, and that one's gone for a boundary. So some nice fours to start off with, because the singles aren't really flowing, I have to be honest here. We're either hitting them to the boundary or not really getting anything at all. But at least the runs are flowing, and most importantly, we haven't lost a wicket yet, but that, ooh, we've got that one a little bit wrong. Bit of a muted appeal there, but no interest. Australia have already used one of their appeals unsuccessfully, bear in mind, so not going to go for that one. Good ball from Pat Cummins there.
At least 2 on offer.
Nicely played to leg side. Get a single there for Zach Crawley. Quite a defensive field now played to Crawley. I don't know if that's going to be the same for Duckett. No, it's not. But a lot of room down the leg side if anything comes down that way. Lovely. Lovely. Shorter ball. Is that one going to get there? It is. So another 4 to start off this over from Pat Cummins. This is a much better start from us. 25 for no loss. These two have got to do themselves proud. We did have one innings, I think it was the second innings of the first test match, where these two had an 85 partnership. That was the best we'd done so far. But a decent start for these two. 26-5 off this over so far. Not really worried about the run rate, really. Just got to keep these two in. 3.5 and over. Cummins and Stark must wonder what they're doing wrong, because they'd rattled through the opening batsman at this stage of the last innings. But we're okay at the moment. Just outside off stump, so we hacked at it. Thought there might have been a fielder there, so we went for the one, then came back, but it was okay because that one has ran well away to the boundary. So the outfield doing us a nice favour here at the Adelaide Oval. Managing to take in not a lot of singles, but quite a few boundaries to start us off. Usman Khawaja not quite getting there. Play another one exactly the same as that. I think he might get there this time. No. Oh, so there's some runs down there. For the first time in a long time, Mitchell Stark not looking very happy. Khawaja again chases after that. But they're all blimey, look at the field change here. Nice shot. Get a couple off that one, I think. Yeah, that's okay. Field's gone a lot more defensive to these two, so is that to try and get them to play their shots, quite possibly. Oh no, Ben Duckett. Oh no, Zach Crawley is still there, but the field, interestingly, a lot more attacking now. So Australia trying to change things around to make the early breakthrough here. The big breakthrough they'll get is when they bring spin on. That's what I'm nervous about. That is the next challenge for us, try and tackle spin. Good start for us here. 10 overs down. 40 for none. 4 and over. Good stuff. That one's close. That one's close. It was a full ball. Might have been just outside. It's probably as close as they've got so far. So, again, not going to appeal. Stark's threatening though here. I have to say, some difficult balls to play against. 98 mile an hour, one of his balls. There you go, 95 again. So, blink and you'll miss it. Just not quite got the same accuracy as he had in the first innings. With those full balls straight at the stumps. So pressure's on now. End of the run for Stark and Cummins. Then Boland came in the last over. Cameron Green in this one. Oh, defend that one, but we got that a little bit wrong. I think we're okay. It's a big call. But I think we're okay there. We've got to watch against those full balls. Particularly when they're not at the whizzing pace of Mitchell Stark. No, that was only 85. The measly 85 miles an hour. But nevertheless, just got to get used to this Cameron Green. And Scott Boland bowling action. But that one's connected with well. And we'll get a couple. We're not too far off the 50 partnership here. That could be 50 up. There's a fielder out there, but we have ran 50. So in 13 overs, 50 partnership up between these two openers. Only trailing by 170 odd now. And of course, we've still got a big job to do. But if we carry on like this, it all helps. Played the full ball nicely there. Bit of a risk playing it like that rather than defending it, but we hit it well. Another couple. 4 more. Benny Duckett. We're just going to use that for all the players. Matty Potts, Benny Duckett. Ollie Pope obviously works. Zachy Crawley? No, I don't think that works. I think we just got to play these full balls rather than defend. Try and get something out of them. Couple more for Ben Duckett. He's really getting established here. 37 off 44. Zach Crawley lagging a little bit behind. 23 from 41. No problem with that. Just happy to keep the runs flowing and keep both men at the crease. Well, if you're going to play it down the leg side, all we'll do is have a nibble at it. Another couple. Scott Boland throws it back just as well. He's out there because that avoided yet another boundary. But we're going after the Australian bowlers a bit here. Looked a bit fearsome in that first over against Cameron Green. He might well get the better of us. But let's get some runs while he's at it. Again, another shot to the leg side. That's a bit of a risk. Didn't really go anywhere. But we'll take the quick single. Zach Crawley now on strike. I think for the first time against Cameron Green. Another one played nicely. He's running after it. Is he going to catch it? He does. He gets there. So just a single. We could have possibly run 2. I'm just waiting for the Jaws music, the Darth Vader music. Where is Nathan Lyon? Make the most of it while we can. Oh, mistimed, edged, and gone. First wicket down. Well, we haven't been clean bowled. I'm okay with that. The first partnership then comes to an end. It's Zach Crawley who's gone. Got into the 20s, but didn't quite get going. Never quite too flowing, but unfortunate that that first partnership comes to an end. A partnership that lasted 68 minutes at the crease. Well, we've got Ollie Pope, who's not very confident at all. I'm going, I don't know whether to bring Popey out, but yeah, I think we have got to bring Ollie Pope out. So, a little bit disappointing to lose Zach Crawley there. It would have been nice to get to our first innings total without losing a wicket, but the big thing is to not lose two very quickly. But well done, Scott Boland. Conceded a fair amount of runs, but blimey, that's a flyer from Ollie Pope to get him started. Yeah, conceded a fair amount of runs, but he has made the breakthrough. Crucially, Ollie Pope not gone for a duck. He's off the mark as well. A lot of room down that leg side for Ben Duckett. Maybe gives us a couple of tempters to play down there and then put one maybe straight at the stumps for us to maybe miss. Look at how defensive the field is, particularly with that room out on the leg side. God, it'd be lovely to get a half century with Ben Duckett, wouldn't it? All pitch down leg side this over, so 6 off it so far. Will this be the ball where Ben Duckett gets his half century? Yes, it will. Another 2. Going to be a bit tight, but we should be okay to get there. And Ben Duckett gets to his half century in good time as well. 56 balls, 5 fours with the 51. I think that might well be Ben Duckett's first 50 of the series. Well, I was waiting for the ball that might come straight at the stumps all over, but they have gone to exactly the same place, allowing us to play down that leg side. 2 off each ball that over. That was costly, Scott Boland. 12 off the over, and that's 55 for Ben Duckett off 58 balls. Good start. Oh, no. Play the Darth Vader music. Play the Jaws music. Oh, God. Ah, it was all going so well. And there you go. First runs. Get a couple there. Just got to attack against Nathan Lyon, but... Oh, God. Oh, dear. We've been struggling against spin a lot so far. Nice shot there from Duckett. Looks like the ball's travelling at some pace. Going to chase after it. But it gone for 4, so this is a good start in the Ben Duckett against Nathan Lyon battle. We want to make sure that we don't necessarily get the runs and then he gets us out, but I feel like against spin it's take the runs while we can, and that is a big milestone for us getting to 96 because we have now beaten our first innings total and been only one wicket down. That's a chance. I think Duckett's gone. Nutbags! Ah! Oh, Nathan Lyon straight into the attack, and he's done what he needed to. Well, we are going to challenge this because it might well be plumb, but who knows? We might get something that comes for us here. I feel like it's worth going for the appeal. Tell you what, it's close. It's missing. It's missing. Thank God that we appealed that. Hold the phone, everybody. Nathan Lyon hasn't quite... Oh, God, look how close that was. Nathan Lyon hasn't quite made the breakthrough yet. Ben Duckett is still there. Oh, can he survive this last ball of the over? I think we've just got to defend this one, haven't we? Again, didn't connect with that one. But the first over of Nathan Lyon bowling, albeit through the skin of our teeth, we've just about survived. Scott Boland from the other end. Well, Ollie Pope is facing. Got to start picking up some runs now that spin's in. I think that's a ton up for England, isn't it? Fantastic. Well, it's from the other end, but the same result. Boland to Duckett, nicks it down the leg side to the boundary, and England 101 for only 1 wicket down. Trailing by 119. We've almost halved the deficit. Oof, blimey. Maybe should have played on the back foot there, but we get a run through a wide anyway. We'll take as many runs as we can get here Ben Duckett is going to be massive for this inning. 65 off 65 balls. Just need to master spin and then we might be okay. That's in the air though. Oh, the bowler just doesn't react at all. That was half a chance. Come off the edge of the bat. And Scott Boland completely unaware of that. That was half a chance.
Played and missed.
That was a
Well,
tremendous
surely that's
delivery.
another wide. Yeah, it certainly is. God blimey.
More short balls this over.
Not a very good over for Scott Boland. Going at nearly 8 and over. Great start for Ben Duckett, isn't it? 100 strike rate, a run a ball. Been there for an hour and a half now. That's the end of the session then. Well, apparently it was an economic session of bowling. Well, got 4 and over off it, so don't quite know what to make of that. But 107 for 1. We've gone for tea on day 2. So good stuff from our openers so far. We're going to carry on a little bit further though. We're going to go to the 30 over mark. See if we can keep this partnership going, even with Nathan Lyon.
Got on the inside and played
Nice
that
shot.
wonderfully well. The fielder needs
Going to
to
try and go
work
for
hard
2
to
here
stop that.
because if there is a man we're going to lose, I'd rather lose Ollie Pope. But it's just in my psyche completely when we're facing Nathan Lyon that the pressure's on.
It's off the meter
Nick
track.
that one down the leg side this time. That should move us at least to Nelson. 111 for 1. Probably could have ran for 3 there. But again, Ollie Pope doing well. He's into the teens. But we have got to try and protect Ben Duckett against spin.
Nicely played.
Playing some nice shots here. Another couple for Ollie Pope. Let's try and get some runs against Lions so we can convince the Aussies to take him off quickly. Didn't happen with Scott Boland, so who knows. Oh, this one's close. No, we can't risk going for 2 here. Played that one almost too well. Went straight to the boundary, but there was a fielder there. So Ben Duckett, can you survive? At least 1, if not the last 2 of this over. Yeah, we'll get at least 1. That one's going for 4, I think. Unless it can be caught. We're certainly going to be able to run free. But that's 4. We've got a bit of confidence against the spinner now. I don't want to talk too soon, because it could all come to an end. But 11 off this over. We've got our scoring boots on now. Ben Duckett is into the 70s. End of the over. And a poor one for Nathan Lyon. 13 off it. And after a bit of a precarious first over, we've won the battle there. Scott Boland's still coming from this end. 5 and over now. And Ollie Pope looking in better form than Zach Crawley did, I have to say. Zach Crawley never really got started, but Ollie Pope, despite struggling a little bit, he's off to a half-decent start. 18 off 24. That one wasn't our finest hour for Ben Duckett.
Nicely played. Runs 1.
Oh, no.
Real chance.
That's okay. Panic over. I don't know why I got halfway there and then said get back. I thought, no, stupid. Don't do that. It's okay, though. Panic over. We are starting to be a bit more aggressive, but there are a few chances coming now. So we just got to be careful of that again. Another quick run.
Fielder with that shot.
That lead for Australia, below 100 now. Do we dare to dream? We've just got to make sure we don't have the inevitable collapse here. We've even started to get the singles working as well. 4 singles off this over. Everywhere we go, everywhere we go. England on top for probably the first time in this virtual Ashes series. Maybe should have just ran 1 there because Ben Duckett is back on strike against Nathan Lyon. But as Ollie Pope starts to become developed in this innings as well, then I guess both batsmen become very valuable to us. Let's attack Nathan Lyon again. Oh, not so good this time.
Fielded it well.
But crucially, Duckett back off strike. Ollie Pope back on strike. Oh, edged and gone.
Everyone's gone up.
That's the second time we've done that this innings, and it's Ollie Pope gone. Well, Scott Boland's caught the edge. Ironically, probably the bowler who's gone for the most, but he's also drawn 2 edges off us. That caught nicely in the slips by Steve Smith. And the second batsman falls. Was looking a decent partnership there. And Ollie Pope got off to a start, and credit to him, he looked decent for his 25, but gone. So Joe Root comes in now in what's going to be a crucial partnership, it feels, between Root and Duckett. Oh, that's risky. That's in the air. What have I done there? You tool! Oh! A rush of blood to the head there. An absolute rush of blood to the head. No! Oh, man. Start to get cocky. The bouncer comes. Yeah, that was all instinctive, that was. All instinctive. Well, Scott Boland. I have to say, in my head I've criticised him going, well, we're beating him all ends up, but he's took 3 wickets so far, and we've got to be careful now this doesn't turn into a collapse. Batting a lot better this time out. Not getting beaten all ends up, nothing like that. Playing the ball well, but maybe, just maybe, we are starting to get a little bit too aggressive. 2 wickets took this over. That is huge. And the man we thought would be the problem, Nathan Lyon, hasn't took any yet. Scott Boland has took all 3 so far. Let's try and get to the 30 over mark with these 2 in situ. But, despite anything else, hats off to Ben Duckett. Really good 77. Yeah, we've got to lick our wounds a bit here because... silly way to lose a wicket. Edges, all that stuff, I can take that. But to lose a wicket through an aggressive shot, it's frustrating. It is. But this is a step forward for us. The story just starts all over again with Root and Brook. Can we build a partnership between these 2? This partnership, realistically, probably needs to get us all the way to that point where we're not trailing at all. So we trail by 80 at this point. I would say to give us any chance, these 2 still need to be in situ at 200, maybe even 250.
They'll get at least 1.
Lovely. That one might just run away for 4, you know. Good fielding. Really good fielding to get there. Does save a run. We've managed to run free from it.
Bang on target.
So both of the new batsmen off the mark. But we can call ourselves proud against Nathan Lyon. 4 overs faced, 35 runs off them. It's this man that's the problem, Scott Boland. Going for over 6 and over, but he's took all 3 wickets so far. Last ball of our mini session then. It's been a good start to this innings. I think the Ben Duckett dismissal is the one negative really in all of that. But to not lose a wicket to Nathan Lyon is a really good start for us. Scott Boland, the man of the moment though, taking all 3 wickets so far. So here's the state of play then after 30 overs. You can see Scott Boland taking all 3 wickets so far. Ben Duckett, a run, a ball, 78 off 76 balls. A really solid innings from him. Zach Crawley and Ollie Pope both getting off to decent starts, but not quite getting over the 30 mark. But crucially, we have halved the deficit and more to Australia. So hopefully Joe Root and Harry Brook will be able to stay there and give us half a fighting chance in this test match. Maybe get a lead of 100, 150. I think that's realistically all we can hope for. And maybe just try and bowl the Aussies out. It's always going to be difficult here, but that is a much better start for us. Certainly far better than our 92. And unless, well, it can't even happen mathematically. Even if we lost all of our batsmen in the next 7 balls, we'll have batted 1 more ball than we did in the first innings. I'll be back in a couple of days for the next mini session.